Hey, this is Onion, back with Final Fantasy 14 playthrough, main story quest. We finished up to 30 with the Gladiators Guild and realized that we definitely need to do the main story quest. I think we're starting here. Just a reminder, we are using text to audio because I do have a big issue reading and with eyesight and dyslexia. So this way I get to enjoy the story just like everyone else would that doesn't have these problems. But as we go through, I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than just skipping everything that we do. Alright, so without much more to say, let's get back into it.
Let us get right to it, then. Minfilia names the Amaliaa culprits in all this. You would do well to investigate them, first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Amaliaa hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of callers at the Church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the deed before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Amaliaa still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Amaliaa seek in this area.
Back to tip and tricks. Here, you can click these from without going into the purple. Collect the bodies without triggering the activity.
It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now, then, what of the Amaliaa? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Amaliaa remaining, after all. I feared as much. Their part in the Lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. But I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Amaliaa raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great, and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn of another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings?
Alright, we did pick up new armor and, new shield and sword from the quest, so let's just see what we have to upgrade. 28 and shield 31. Alright.
What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find the reasons for these vanishings. 12 forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, quaffing away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Well, gods be damned. You're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Uda. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend. Missing people. Please help. Yours, Esambert. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them. I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before, what with all the disappearances. You can go talk to him yourself if you don't believe me. Please, miss, just leave me be. I've nothing to say but this, Tal take who, or whatever's been feeding off us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back, Onion. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than at the Church of Saint Adama Landama. It is a small and humble church, found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marks, he tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I am Marks, yes. A body? Of course, there have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, miss. If you seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path and lay him to rest there. May they all walk in Tal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister Orson can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. I don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister Orson within the church walls.
I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude, and extend it to Asembard when next you see him.
I never knew that this was a female character.
You seek knowledge of missing drybone inhabitants? It is true I am closer to the people than any other of the Order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Tal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marks would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man called Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marks, and soon.
Thank you, Onion. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Onion? A pleasure, my dear Sambert. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I, too, spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good Sister Orson herself. Orson? She wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marks. I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister Orson. It cannot be. Though, she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But, no. It could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Onion, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here, about Tal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her.
You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him.
Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans? And risking her own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I am well glad I reserved that in room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalii encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Onion. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalii caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment. But, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Onion. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Well? Did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of knowledge to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Nulthul seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orson makes of it.
My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order, of that, I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people?
The plot thickens, Onion. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Posing as a priest? To think, these troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Onion. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity. Nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Onion and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Onion. So as to lay the foundation for our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us.
Greetings, good madam. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh. I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate.
I preach the teachings of Azima, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azima is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Humph, another refugee, by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Begone, and see to it you don't make a nuisance of yourself. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now, get out of here so I can finish my story.
What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone?
You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Onion. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants, and though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Onion, positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear.
Oh, you poor, unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all.
Who are you? What do you want?
Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Nalthal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nold. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury.
A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance. You would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know Dash? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well, I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar. Raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amali AA raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm, and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amali AA in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people. So, I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amali AA. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. Was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not see even a fraction of what the Amali AA pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Ooh-ah. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No. I know nothing about that. I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe what that leaves your mouth. But no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Onion. Be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them.
Alright, so everyone that finished the quests up to here should have this Vesper Bay Aetheryte ticket. So just by using it, we'll take you right to Vesper Bay.
Welcome back, Onion. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalj AA know the answer. Suffice it to say they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the Primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix, and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear.
Hush. Shko? Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix Bubblypots? Fighty Tool drinks an airy self.
When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of materia.
If materia join with other Fighty Tool. Then Big Eyes. Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Hush. Shko, Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutamix, yes? Shko. Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good teachy show of power of materia. The materia, master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty tool, yes? Hush. Shko. Materia join with Fighty tool. Fighty tool gains power of materia. Fighty tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them.
Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit.
When ye attach a piece of materia to gear, ye imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from Summit as would have struggled to cut stake into a weapon worth wielding. Hush. Shko, Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill braincase with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mutamix. What would you say if I told you that inanimate objects can possess a soul? They can, believe it or not, although the soul in question is not their own, but that of their owner. Through faithful service, the arms and armor that we use come to hold our spiritual energy. Thus do we form a spirit bond with them. This spiritual energy can be drawn out and converted into materia, a special kind of crystal that can be attached to gear to enhance its properties. I am well versed in the ways of materia extraction. If you wish to learn more about the process, it would be my pleasure to teach you. You are ready to commence your learning? Good. As you will have gathered by now, materia is the crystallized form of one's spiritual energy. As this energy is derived from an individual's psyche, a volatile beast at the best of times, a degree of variance is to be expected in its production. In practice, this means that you won't know the exact properties of a stone until you cradle it in your hand. Now, materia won't grant you much of anything on its own. Its power must be tapped, see, and this is achieved by melding it to gear. Know, though, that it takes the deft hands of a craftsman to meld materia. You can always seek others to attach materia on your behalf, but if you would sooner do it yourself, I recommend you speak with Fabas. Melding is her field of expertise.
If you wish to remove materia from an item, highlight its icon and select Retrieve Materia. There is a chance that the materia will be salvaged.
It's right here. So we're just gonna drag under general.
Welcome back, Onion. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Onion, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalj AA to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalj AA responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalj AA are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Onion. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Ah, your Onion full play of the science? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalj AA and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalj AA plot if the mission succeeds, Onion. Let's make sure it does. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalj AA appear. Yes, sir. Ooh ah. What is the meaning of this? Wait. Something's amiss. Hee hee hee. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the immortal flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Ga ha ha ha. Your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee hee hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Hee hee. Our Malier A friends will keep you company. Filthy traitors. When I get my hands on you. Hee hee. How long will you last, I wonder? Another wave. Stay sharp, men. Goddamn it, is there no end to them? Hee hee. The show is only just beginning. Put up your weapon, or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you. Bring her. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum.
All right, we're going to pause it here because the next thing coming up is the Primal. So let me break the video here and then we'll start again once I got everything set up.